their reputation and their job on the line for you. And I think that's one important thing that black men need to learn, because a lot of times black men, we already see ourselves as leaders. We already see ourselves as the sponsors. So sometimes unakaa uangalia ati mimi niende kwa mwanaume mwingine. Because that's a reality of what happens when you stay for too long, Jerry.
Yes, there's 5 classic mistakes that black men make in the workplace that get them stuck and keep them from rising. Now, let me start by saying that in Kenya, as black men, you have an advantage, right? But black men in the US, especially immigrants, you don't necessarily have a negotiation advantage, right? So let me tell you 5 classic mistakes men make. The first, which might be what Afro-Jamaican is talking about, is what's called, let me go because I am a man who is a hard worker, right? And I go and I work hard and I deliver good work over and over again. And every year I get good performance reviews. And I work hard and I deliver excellent results. But then when it's time for that promotion, you're overlooked despite your hard work, and it is given to somebody who actually worked less. Or when you go and ask for that salary adjustment, you're patted on the back and you're told, we value you. You are important to us. And you're given a 7 to 10% raise rather than the 30% raise that you deserved. Why? Because you approached it using the hard work strategy. And later on, we can talk about why that's a challenge, or we'll talk about it in the Zoom. So that's the first classic mistake we make. We work hard, and we think our hard work is a differentiator.
Wow. Okay. Hiya. So and here I'm gonna personally acknowledge, like I've been in that category.
Lakini Ali, you work hard.
I'm a hard worker.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you see me working hard every day?
You work hard. Sometimes I even see you sweating on a boat. Doing what for an employer?
I know. Hata ukiniona kwa WhatsApp group. Hata ukiniona kwa WhatsApp group, just know I'm simultaneously working hard. Multitasking, isn't that one of the skills they ask for? But here's the thing. I personally admit I'm one of those people who always thought that your hard work is what will get you a raise, is what will get you a promotion. And it took, quite a long time to realize there's a different way in which this game is being played. And I think a lot of black men, because we're talking about black men today, a lot of black men are in this category, because a lot of black men, there's this mentality we have that means you're mwanaume, I have to bring, the bacon home, so let me not use bacon ni haram. Let me say the nyama. I have to bring the beef. I have to bring the beef home. And by the way, just a side note, Mike here was asking at why you use Career Church and not Career Mosque. But that's for another day.
Yeah.
That was Mike. That wasn't me.
Wow,
that wasn't me.
Wow.
That wasn't me. That was Mike.
Jerry says you're BYU.
That was Mike. That's a conversation for another time.
Wasn't me.
Yeah. Right now, it's this issue of hard work, because black men, because also of a lot of these gender issues where sometimes there's a tendency to call black men, especially black men in the US, a tendency to call them lazy. So there's a tendency to overcompensate and try to show that I am a hard worker. But now, according to what Njeri is saying, is that this clearly is not the strategy. So Njeri, are you saying that we should not work hard, or
we should hardly
work?
What
I'm saying is the type of work you should do. I'll tell you that in a sec. Let's go to the second mistake.
Go ahead.
The second pitfall. The second pitfall I see left and right is the academic credential strategy. Wacha niende huko nipate degree moja mbili tatu.
MSc.
Wacha niende nipate certification, PhD. Left, right and center.
Yes.
Wacha niende
UHT.
Sasa mbona unaingilia umoja?
What's wrong? Go ahead.
Go ahead. We can hear you.
Oh, I thought somebody was saying something.
No, go ahead.
You're on a roll.
Okay, I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, I think that's
career certifications,
Yeah, so we
Academic.
have this thing where we think that the way to break through into higher levels is through degrees and certifications and courses. Now, don't get me wrong, degrees and certifications and courses are great, and sometimes you have to have them to get a position. But I want to make this clear. The only thing that degrees and certifications do, the primary thing, is open doors. So it'll open a door.
True.
But once you step through that door, then what?
It's not gonna get you to the bedroom.
Higher.
That's right.
This
Okay.
guy, I swear.
It's the truth, though.
I'm just saying.
No,
I'm
no,
just
go
saying.
ahead.
Just
Yeah.
because the door was open, that doesn't mean you're gonna be invited in the
Nafikiri
bedroom.
hawa wawili waliscriptisho. Aya, endeleeni.
Now-
Number 3,
Yeah.
mentors. Ooh, we are like, hey, you know what? If you want to succeed in corporate, you go get mentors, right? Because mentors are going to help you navigate the system. The problem is the only thing mentors help you do is to excel in your existing role. That is the purpose of mentors. So in fact, there was a study, I pulled it up, that showed that, because by the way, once you hit a certain level of your career, what you want is not necessarily mentors. They're good. What you want is sponsors, right? And we can talk later about what those are. But what happens is that there was this study that showed from the talent innovation that showed that Black men are less likely than white men to have sponsors in the workplace. And yet, for you to break through certain ceilings in the workplace, you need sponsorship.
Correct.
The way I went from a manager to a director and senior director and vice president was sponsorship. To this day, I was telling Ali earlier on today, in October, I was invited to speak to C-suite executives of tech organizations that have at least 500,000 in annual recurring revenue, minimum. So we're talking of 500,000 to the billions. I was invited to speak. How am I getting to speak about that in Austin? I'm getting to speak there because one of my sponsors, who is influential, said, you need to talk to her about how to scale your businesses, right, using digital success plans, right? So they invited me to talk about that. Could that have happened if I did not have a powerful executive sponsor? No, because executive sponsors open doors. But Black men and women tend to be over-mentored and under-sponsored.
Wow. Over-mentored and under-sponsored. Sylvia.
Just define the difference between mentors and sponsors, because sponsors has a very strong,
especially in Kenya,
connotation. Yeah,
it has a different meaning.
just
CEO,
clarify.
CEO.
Just clarify what it means in your.
In South Africa,
context,
it's a blesser. Don't ask me how I know.
In layman's term, sponsor ni kama situation yangu. The way I had somebody who told me don't refuse that job, apply for this position is better, and this one, like somebody who knows your value and pushes you to go for further. Like he's the person who opened doors for you, the person that opened doors for you that are locked. A mentor is basically just somebody who's good at it and a fundisha just getting better at it. Okay, so last month your KPIs were 551. Why don't you aim for next month your KPIs to be 651? So that's a mentor. Mentor is gonna just teach you how to clean that up. Njeri, you can polish it up.
Where?
Excellent. Mentors give you
this
advice.
is part of the
this
script.
is the key term.
Yeah.
Mentors give you advice.
Okay.
They even say, I'll go and speak to somebody. Let me connect you to this person,
Yes.
right? Let me give you their number. Let me connect you. They give you advice. Sponsors, executive sponsors, are people of power that sit in the decision-making table. And here's the thing. They are willing to stake their reputation on your success.
Wow.
Ish.
You know, over
Wow.
the years at work, me have been my own mentor and my own sponsor.
Wacha wewe ulikuwa na
No wonder-
sponsor.
yeah, no
So
wonder-
ulikuwa nenda trips na ule mse.
Yeah,
Ule mse
yeah.
mwenye kampuni.
But now you see, here's the problem. Had I known, like
Yes.
what Tabitha is talking about now.
Correct.
Because you see, when you're dealing, like with a sponsor, you have to avail yourself for sponsorship. Just because, you guys know each other, cordial, I think it has to be formalized where this person understands they're your sponsor. They might be seeing your good work, but then, like Tabitha said, that this is a person who's in a position is that they would even put their
reputation.
reputation,
Yes.
and their job on the
Yes.
line
Yes.
for you. And I think that's a one important thing that black men need to learn, because a lot of times black men, we already see ourselves as leaders. We already see ourselves as the sponsors. So sometimes unakaa uangalia ati mimi niende kwa mwanaume mwingine. And that's just sometimes how, not everyone, but that's just sometimes how black men look at things. But black women are more willing to step back and say, I'm willing to be sponsored by this guy. But with black guys, there's sometimes an ego thing that plays that works against us. Njeri, back
And
to
yet,
you.
white men move ahead based on sponsorship. And I'll tell you, if I can actually, the reason why we don't get sponsored as much, of course, there is bias, unconscious bias and conscious, is we are very focused on high performance. And we think that high performance is the answer. Let me show you guys this thing. It's so interesting, because the reason you don't get promoted so quickly is because of what I call the performance potential gap. Let me show you this one slide really quickly. And then you guys tell me, oh, that's not what I went to show. Excuse me. You guys tell me over here if this is you, right? Tell me if this is you. Are you the person, let me display settings, duplicate. Are you the person who goes to work and you demonstrate a strong work ethic? You achieve results. You demonstrate effective interpersonal skills and all other work skills you're supposed to have. And you get good performance reviews every year. Are you that person? If you're that person, I type yes or say yes.
Me teacher, I'm putting my hand up. Me teacher, yes.
Yes, me and
That's
Sylvia
good.
took the same WhatsApp.
That is me. That's definitely me.
No, that's not
Good.
me.
Good. But here's the thing.
Vibes.
Here's the thing. High performers get overlooked very quickly. So I get so many people who tell me, but Tabitha, I'm working hard, I'm getting good performance reviews. Yeah, you're a high performer. Nobody's taking that away from you. But if you can't do this bottom thing, if they subjectively determine that you do not have the desire or the ability to move cross-functionally or to advance into other positions, you will not get promoted. And let me tell you this, simply going to your boss and saying, I'm interested, or taking some HR program, the Drive Your Career HR programs won't do that. Where you need to be is what's called high potential. Nitamaliza hapa. What is high potential? High potential people are people that get promoted faster than you can imagine. There are people who have high performance, and then they also desire leadership or they desire career movement, right? So you have to desire it. But here's the interesting thing. And in order for them to be considered high performance, high potential, you have to demonstrate initiative. You have to be self-motivated. You have to have superior learning agility. You have to have high organizational engagement. You have to have leadership growth potential. Subjective stuff.
Sasa hiyo initiative ndio nani?
Subjective.
Now, here is a point where I think this is a lot of stuff, but this is the point where I think you sign up for that Zoom that Njeri is gonna be holding next week Wednesday. It's pinned there.
Is that the one for 14 bob?
No, this one, the Zoom is free. The Zoom is free, but then and that's and the link is actually pinned on the comment section of the live stream. So make sure you sign up, because there are limited slots available. And then those who have already been converted and they want to go to Njeri's church, but I don't know if there's also a mosque. You can go to tabithanjeri.com/men, and there's an accelerator program there which you can also enroll.
What about the women out of this call, the ones who have been listening out of this call and they've had some things that?
Well, I have to say, my women's program that's kicking off on Sunday, it actually capped at 100 women. Okay. So we can't take any more.
So they missed the bus. Can Sylvia miss the bus?
So Sylvia can come in as Omosh. Just asking.
Well, you know what we'll do? Sylvia, because here now we are special. Reach out, send me a message.
Okay,
right.
All
if
right.
you're on the call and you want it just special for this class, we'll see what we can do.
So she's got sponsors. She's got inside sponsors who've connected her.
11,150 coming your way. Hallelujah.
Umesema hapa one mic no sponsor.
By the way, guys, let me say one last thing, and then I'll finish this. The last mistake we make is what's called the greener pasture strategy. That's where you do all these things, you work hard, you get your academic credentials, you get mentors, you even follow the HR career path that says if you do
Correct.
this, you'll get promoted.
Yes.
And you double down on these things and you still don't get promoted, and you get so exhausted of it and tired and frustrated, right? That you get to the stage where you now start to blame the company, the boss, or the industry. So then you quit your job, you go to a new company, new boss, new industry, only to find that you repeat the same cycle somewhere else.
Rinse
That's
and
what
repeat.
I call the greener pasture strategy. When do you get tired of changing jobs to earn the income you want? When do you get tired of changing jobs to seek or to search for that joy and fulfillment in your work? That's the 4 mistakes I see.